Deep in Alaska's unforgiving wilderness, Freddy Dodge and Juan Ibarra shattered every known benchmark in gold mining lore. What began as a daring venture into the icy Brooks Range morphed into a find so colossal, it's appending all we thought we understood about prospecting. Picture a lone dredge unearthing an estimated $120 million in gold from a glacial streambed before authorities swooped in. Strange alloys, Cold War secrets, and bizarre electromagnetic pulses. This isn't just a gold rush anymore. It's a riddle locked in frost. Images have surfaced. Videos have disappeared. The U.S. Geological Survey stays tight-lipped. So, what unfolded in that remote Alaskan range? How did two prospectors stumble upon the most lucrative, peculiar, and contentious gold deposit ever recorded? Buckle up, because this is the hidden saga of the borealis dredge, the discovery that turned the world upside down. Hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell, because what Freddy and Juan uncovered next doesn't just challenge science. It might redefine Earth's untapped riches. The tale kicks off in Alaska's brutal heartland. Frigid gusts slice through the Brooks Range, where even the snow seems to murmur secrets. A weathered bush pilot pierces the mist, guiding his battered Cessna to a frozen river's edge. Freddy Dodge and Juan Ibarra, bundled in Arctic gear, faces hard as granite, weight by the treeling. The pilot steps out, hands Freddy a tattered, sealed envelope, and mutters one cryptic line before vanishing into the sky. This was meant to stay buried. Freddy rips it open. Inside, faded coordinates scrawled in ink, a grainy 1952 photo of a jagged canyon, and an assay report claiming yields of 4.6 ounces per cubic yard, numbers that defy reason, even for Alaska's riches. But it's not the gold that stops Freddy cold. It's the red-stamped warning, area geologically volatile, access forbidden. One angles the map into the dim light. The coordinates point to a no-fly zone, far beyond where any miner ventures. No trails, no logs, no reason to be there. Freddy flashes a grin. Exactly where we need to be. That night, they gear up lean. No crew, no TV cameras, no Discovery Channel fuss. Just two men, a compact drill rig, and a vision so wild it borders on madness. They fly in silence, skimming valleys through clouds thick as smoke, their radar glitching like something's jamming their gear. One mutters, "This ain't right." Freddy just chuckles. Means we're on the money. Hours later, their plane slips between glacier-carved ridges. Below, a chasm gapes, all ice and shadow. They land on a frozen outcrop, the engine's hum fading into eerie quiet. What they find stops them dead. Old mechanical scars mar the permafrost, massive, decades-old tracks swallowed by snow. They trace them until the ice reveals something darker. Iron, half entombed, like a beast the earth tried to consume. Towering steel, rusted cogs, cables sinking into frost. Freddy brushes the icy hull, eyes sharp. This wasn't abandoned, he whispers. It was hidden. Weeks pass in secrecy. They camp beside the metal relic, chipping through ice inch by inch. The deeper they dig, the weirder it gets. Oversized pipes, Soviet-style welds over American frames, Cyrillic lettering faded on steel. This isn't a miner's rig. It feels like something else entirely. One climbs through a broken control room window. Inside, dials are frozen mid-tick, levers rusted stiff. He wipes frost from a console plate and stops cold. Stamped in bold, Project Borealis 7. He calls Freddy. "You know this?" Freddy shakes his head. Not a clue. Juan points to an odd etching beside the name. A gear fused with an atomic symbol, straight out of a Cold War fever dream. Unearthing 60 feet of conveyor line, perfectly preserved under ice, feels like exhuming a corpse. Chains locked in mud, oil hardened like glass. It's as if the machine stopped mid-breath. Whispers start online after a hunter's drone catches a metallic glint in the Brooks Range. Forums buzz, some call it a military leftover, others a lost Soviet op from the 50s. Freddy doesn't care for theories. If this thing ran, he says, eyeing the dredge's scale, it was devouring rivers whole. His Colorado crew begs him to walk away, citing old miner tales of gear failures, radio blackouts, and sudden collapses. But Freddy's not after gold now. He's after answers. They called it unstable, he growls. I call it a job half done. Under a sky ablaze with northern lights, Freddy and Juan seal their pact to resurrect Borealis 7. Months of covert planning follow. Juan, obsessed, maps the dredge in 3D with drones, peeling back ice layers to decode its design. What he finds defies sense. Circuits looping into sealed chambers, hydraulics doubling back in impossible patterns. It's less a mining rig, more an experiment. His LiDAR model reveals a machine built to withstand catastrophe, as if its makers knew the Earth would resist. They smuggle parts in at night via chartered planes landing miles off, hiding generators in snow tunnels under thermal cloaks to dodge satellites. Someone went to great lengths to erase this thing. Freddy plans to undo that. One day, a snowmobile caravan delivers unmarked crates, custom pumps, electromagnetic shields, titanium bolts etched with an unfamiliar symbol. Freddy squints. Who's bankrolling this? One hesitates. Our silent partner. Sends what we need, no names. Freddy doesn't press. Money comes with strings, and he knows it. The rebuild races ahead. The dredge's frame gleams under faint Alaskan sun, steam rising as they weld new life into old steel. When Juan tests the circuits, every radio for 50 miles crackles, a low hum shaking snow from cliffs. It's deep, rhythmic, like a pulse waking up. Freddy stands in the control cabin, lights flickering across the panel. Feel that, he murmurs. The air hums, pressure building in their ears. The dredge roars louder, the ground quaking underfoot. Juan checks the gauges, stunned. Frequencies off the scale, like it's got its own field. Freddy's grin is all awe. Let's see what it knows. Juan flips the switch. The bucket chain lurches, tearing into the riverbed. A metallic clang echoes as ice and silt churn. Monitors spike wildly, magnetic readings going haywire. Juan taps the screen, thinking it's a glitch, but the signals surge. Freddy's excitement shifts to unease. Something's moving down there. Juan exhales. Not moving. Magnetic. The deeper they cut, the stranger it gets. Compasses spin, GPS flickers, the air smells of ozone. The first slurry hull glitters, not the soft glow of placer gold, but a sharp, electric shimmer. Freddy scoops a handful. Flecks twitch toward the metal tray like they're alive. This ain't just gold, he says. One spectral analysis spits out impossible data. Iridium, tellurium, nickel, osmium. Elements from meteorites, not Earth. He cross-checks coordinates and finds a 1893 trapper's log of a fireball over this canyon, dismissed as myth. Freddy smirks. An asteroid slammed here. One nods. And it broke apart right in this river. They dub it the magnet line, where compasses fail and radios die. Miners feel it in their chests, a pressure pushing out. The dredge hums even when off, its hull vibrating faintly. Freddy jokes it's alive, but Juan's not smiling. His instruments log magnetic pulses like a heartbeat. Each hour, the hum deepens, resonating through ice and bone. Freddy leans on the railing, fog curling over the water. We're not mining, he says. We're cutting into a cosmic scar. Days later, they run a full cleanup. The gold isn't fine dust, it's coarse, heavy, jagged. Each flake clings to the magnet tray. One weighs it, speechless. It's 20% denser than normal, fused with meteoric iron. Under UV light, the lab tint glows faintly green-blue, like bottled aurora. Freddy laughs, half stunned. It's glowing, Juan. The next day, Juan sends the assay to an outside lab. The reply is curt. Bury this data. But leaks spread fast. A crew member's blurry photo of glowing gold hits the web before vanishing. Discovery Channel halts filming, citing classified concerns. Forums ignite. Some call it a rare earth vein, others a government cover-up. One isolates the alloy, using a custom magnetic centrifuge. Each pan yields gold fused with crystalline iron, almost engineered. His math shows 1 cubic yard could fetch $2,500 in gold alone, an unreal figure. This find could rewrite geology. Freddy's resolute. Keep digging till we hit bedrock. The weather turns savage, 60 miles per hour winds, blinding snow. Freddy pushes on. The deeper they go, the wilder the readings. Pressure waves ripple through the ground. One night, the dredge jolts, knocking Juan down. Alarms scream, seismic sensors spike. Juan stares at the data. The pressure's coming up. Freddy frowns. Up. The graph shows rhythmic pulses, not tectonic, rising through the sediment. It's like the Earth's alive, Juan says. The dredge groans, water spiking, steam hissing from ice cracks. Thermal cameras show orange veins under the surface. Geothermal activity, sealed until now. Freddy smells the gold. It's right there, he snaps, pushing the throttle. The ground quakes. The riverbank collapses, boiling water flooding in. A thunderous crack splits the ice. Steam erupts. Juan tries to kill the power, but the panel fritzes. The hum pulses through the deck, scalding water spraying. The sluice runs red with clay and glowing gold. For a moment, the valley sparkles, snow, steam, and molten wealth. Juan yells, "Shut it down, or we lose her." Freddy slams the emergency lever. Silence falls, save for hissing steam. Gold dust glimmers faintly in the air. The instruments die after one last magnetic spike. Freddy stares at the fractured ice, gold swirling in the current. "We hit it," he rasps. The vein. The hum persists, faint but alive, like something awakened. They restart cautiously, reinforcing the sluice and clearing debris. The dredge roars back, each scoop pulling fiery slurry. The crew works in awed silence, watching wealth pour like a ruptured artery. One calls out radiation spikes, magnetic surges, data that defies nature. Freddy's monitors flash red, then static. "Keep going," he shouts, feeling something ancient clawing up. Word spreads like wildfire. Satellite images show a golden streak across the river. Hashtags flare. Conspiracy channels buzz about Alaska's golden volcano. Drones, unmarked, military grade, hover above, their lights blinking in coded patterns. Freddy curses. "Shut it down." The river still boils, spitting gold like embers. At dawn, the dredge looms in steam. Juan's sensors detect a void below, a perfect circle. Freddy orders a deeper drill. The bit cuts gravel, then hits something hollow. A metallic clang echoes. Cameras snake into the fissure, revealing a mirrored chamber, gold veins gleaming in quartz. But it's the man-made beams that chill them. Someone was here before. A drone spots a silt-covered crate stamped with a Soviet hammer and sickle, Project Borealis, 1949. They haul it up, prying it open to find maps, sealed tubes, and lead-line boxes. One holds gold bars marked Alaska Test Operation Number 3. Notes in Russian and English detail georeactive sediment and electromagnetic catalysts. Cold War experiments buried deep. Aircraft buzz the valley, comms dead, GPS frozen. Men in hazmat suits swarm, citing contamination risks. Freddy and Juan hide 20,000 ounces under decoy tarps miles away. As they're escorted off, Freddy glances back at the frost-shrouded dredge. "The world'll know," he mutters. Beneath the ice, the hum lingers, alive, waiting. News breaks globally. 58,000 ounces, $120 million, pulled in a month. Leaked photos show glowing borealis alloy, a cosmic terrestrial fusion radiating unknown isotopes. The USGS denies everything. Satellite access to the Brooks Range locks down. Discovery Channel footage vanishes, but snippets, glowing slurry, molten ingots, fuel obsession. Freddy and Juan vanish. Their companies go dark, social media erased. Whispers trace shell firms to the Caymans, Switzerland, Iceland. Rumors swirl of deals with defense contractors for the dredge's magnetic tech. Official denials flood in, deep fakes, they claim. But Alaskan miners report spinning compasses, rivers shifting, gravel humming with static. Juan's patents vanish. His footage corrupts to black frames. The site, now Project Borealis Research Zone, sprouts domes and fences. Locals see lights flicker at night, despite the dredge's supposed dismantling. Bush pilots avoid the valley. Thermal scans show a pulsing crater. Trappers hear a hum under the ice, rhythmic, alive. Geologists call the area impossible, its soil shifting like it breathes. Metallic traces reappear each spring, tracing the dredge's last cut. Freddy surfaces once on a shadowy podcast. Some things dwarf gold, he says, cutting off mid-sentence. The dredge, some say, sits frozen, steaming faintly at dawn. Others swear it's gone. But the hum persists, ancient, awake, resonating through Alaska's veins, hinting at secrets still buried, waiting to surface.